Hi, and welcome to Edolab Markets. In this video we show you how Edo Momentum Confluence works. Two momentum engines, drawn on the same scale, in the same pane. Most traders run them in separate windows and compare by eye. That comparison is exactly what this indicator automates. The question it answers is not whether momentum turned. It is whether both engines agree that it turned. On Electronic Arts Weekly the panel reads confirmed, which is the state we will come back to later. Let's separate the layers. The green and red columns are the first engine. The golden and orange columns behind them are the second one, rescaled so both fit the same axis. That rescaling is the part that matters. Without it, one engine dwarfs the other and the comparison is useless. Above them, two lines for the first engine, and two more for the second, with the zero line running through the middle. On Boeing Weekly the two engines are converging, and the panel says so in plain text. A cross happens when the fast line crosses the slow one, and it is marked on the chart. Green triangles at the bottom for bullish crosses, red triangles at the top for bearish ones. On American Airlines Weekly the cross happened on the current bar, bars per cross read 0. That counter is more useful than it looks. A fresh cross and a cross that is 14 bars old are two completely different situations. Now the core of the indicator. The diamonds. A diamond prints when both engines cross to the same side within a short window of each other. Not one engine turning, not the other one turning later. Both, together. That is confluence. Golden diamonds below for bullish confluence, dark red ones above for bearish. They are rarer than crosses, and that is the point, they mark the moments when both readings line up instead of arguing. Not every cross is worth the same, and the panel grades them. The row is called cross zone, and it reads momentum shift here, on Weyerhaeuser Weekly. A momentum shift is a cross that happens right at the zero line, with both engines flat. Those are the ones that tend to start something, because there is no momentum left to unwind first. The opposite grade is an exhaustion cross. That is a cross that happens far away from zero, after an extended run, like the one on Zscaler Weekly. The engines have already traveled a long way. A turn there is more often a pause than a new move. And in between the two, trend continuation, a normal cross, in the middle of the range. 3 grades for the same event. That is the difference between reacting to every cross and reading the ones that matter. The top row of the panel is the state, and it is the summary of everything below it. Anticipated means the first engine has crossed but the second has not backed it yet. Confirmed, which is what Conagra Weekly reads, means both are on the same side. Anticipated is early and it can fail. Confirmed is later and it holds more often. Neither is a signal on its own. There are two more states worth knowing. The first is exhaustion. Devon Energy Weekly has been running in the same direction for 14 bars, and the push is flattening out. The second is trend reactivation, on its own row, the engines approached to cross, failed to complete it, and the trend resumed. A failed cross is information. It usually means the move that was supposedly ending has more left in it. This row compares the two engines against each other, rather than against price. Expanding means one is pulling ahead of the other. Converging, like NetEase Weekly here, means they are closing the gap. Expanding tends to appear before a state changes. Converging tends to appear while one is being confirmed. And underneath, the higher timeframe bias, so you can see whether the larger picture agrees with what you are reading. Reading a bullish cross against a bearish higher timeframe is a very different trade from one that has it behind. Everything is adjustable. Let's open the settings. The lengths of both engines, and the width of the neutral zone that decides when a cross counts as a momentum shift. The exhaustion threshold in bars, the second engine's 3 lengths, and the higher timeframe used for the bias row. You can hide either layer, the lines, the cross markers or the confluence diamonds, and set every color and width. Cancel reverts everything, so you can explore without touching your setup. The indicator ships with 16 alerts. Let's open the Create Alert dialog. The 2 crosses, the 2 zero-line crossings of the histogram, and the 2 momentum shift versions. The 3 states, anticipated, confirmed and exhaustion, plus trend reactivation and the 2 divergence readings. And the 2 we recommend, confluence bull and confluence bear, the diamonds we saw earlier. If you only take one alert from this indicator, take the confluence. It is the event the whole thing is built around. To recap. Edo Momentum Confluence does not generate entry signals and does not predict tops or bottoms. It puts 2 momentum engines on one scale, grades every cross, tells you whether they agree, and marks the moments when they turn together. Edo Momentum Confluence is available by invitation only. Structure before signals, context before confirmation, clarity over noise. This is Edolab Markets, and we'll see you in the next video.